Hello, it's me, Jess. Welcome to my channel. I'm here with another channeled message. This is a specific message. It might resonate with you, it might not. Okay, so this is a very interesting message. It's coming through kind of spotty, but that's because there is sneaky, secretive, hidden information that is kind of peeking through in this reading. So I'm picking up on a person here. This is a sneaky person from your past. And they were trying to suppress some kind of information about what they did to betray you, about being involved in something here. They were trying to hide that information. And the reason I'm saying this is a person from your past, because for some, I think this could in somewhat be going on in real time. But even if that's the case, at the time that you're receiving this message, I feel like you've already made a very firm decision to move away from this person, and that you need to put your guard up and protect yourself from this person. And you've decided that you do not want a relationship with this person because this person betrayed you, and you know they did. And they betrayed you at a very, very karmic crossroads. Where they needed to make a decision here. And I'm seeing that karmic crossroads energy actually turn into the Two of Swords. So the decision that this person made at this karmic crossroads is exactly what caused you to put your defenses up and block yourself off from this person. And it has to do with a party or a gathering. We'll talk more about that here in just a second. But the Two of Swords for me is Moon and Libra energy. So moon energy is where you are the most vulnerable in your chart. It's where you feel softest and most sensitive. And I feel like for you, you feel most vulnerable and most sensitive in relationships. And that makes total sense because you've got to trust another human being. And this person proved to not be worthy of that trust. Because at this karmic crossroads, I can see here there was a Libran dynamic between the two of you. And actually there's quite a bit of Gemini energy here coming through as well. And Gemini rules over people close to you. It's your near perimeter. I mean, this is relationships like your children, your friends, your best friends. I'm hearing people that you're in regular communication with, siblings. It's people that are very near and dear to you. And I can see you had that kind of relationship with this person, even if you were just friends. Like, this is a very sparkly connection. It's very natural. It's very kindred. And at the very least, this person was a friend. And so I can see here that they're held to a standard of having a Libran moment in regards of making this decision. And Libra is the sign of relationships. It's the sign of fairness. It's the sign of deliberation. It's the sign of considering someone else's needs other than your own, and perhaps having a conversation about that before you make a decision. But at this karmic crossroads, this person made a self-absorbed decision. And I actually want to use the word narcissistic. That's different than saying this person is a narcissist. Some of you might think this person's a narcissist, and maybe they are for some of you. But at the very least, this person made a narcissistic decision at this karmic crossroads, and that is what you know about it in some way. And that's what made you block this person off, because you feel like this person is either not interested in a relationship, not capable of one. They really didn't demonstrate that they have the mindset or the skills to have a genuine relationship with you. And that's when you realize you needed to protect yourself. And I'm bringing up the narcissistic thing because being in a state of some kind of narcissism is you are in the land of ego defense mechanisms. And I do feel like this person doesn't see themselves, or they don't like to see themselves in the light of whatever it is that they did here. They prefer to think of themselves in Gemini energy or in Libran energy as a friend, as very social, as somebody great to be in a relationship with, somebody perfect for you. But they're not, and they don't like to acknowledge that. So that's what I'm saying. They're in the land of ego defense mechanisms where they've got to protect that false sense of themselves as much as possible, which means this person is not dealing in reality. They're dealing in some kind of fantasy world. And that clicks in because this person betrayed you because they thought they were betraying you behind your back. They thought that you would never know that they had did this or that they had done this, that you would never know of their involvement and that they could get away with it. And this person had no right to assume that they were going to get to continue on their glittery, beautiful relationship with you that they did not work to maintain and protect and value. But they did. And the reason they did is because they thought that they had hidden this from you. So they really were, to be narcissistic is to be in a state of delusion. And they were in a state of delusion that they felt that they should continue building this lover's connection with you. This beautiful friendship that they had going on, this beautiful, because I can see that you're special to this person. I can see that you were special to each other. And they thought that they possibly could build this into some kind of like real love situation here, like a romantic love for some of these people. But after this person betrayed you, or was involved in a group trying to betray you, possibly even like two-faced friends or family or something behind your back, this person sat back and watched. And they kind of watched through the lens of responsibility because they were wondering if they needed to take any Notice that I didn't tell you this is a good person that's just driven by morality and virtue and trying to make sure you're safe in the situation. And so they were going to own up to something and allow you to make your own decision here. This person sat back through the lens of responsibility. But this person, at this current time, this sneaky person here, is starting to realize that you knew, basically. They're very suspicious about how much you know, because it's like when this person steps back and they examine your behavior in the aftermath of whatever went on here, they're kind of realizing that everything that you did is everything that you should have done if you knew exactly who they were and exactly what they did. And I think you knew. Like, somebody here could have told you, because we've got Gemini energy here. This person was a two-faced friend to you. It's not beyond shadow of a doubt that there wouldn't be another two-faced friend in this group, that has their own agenda in the situation or something. That's going to tell you exactly what this person is. But I think for a lot of you, you're very intuitive. That's another aspect here. It doesn't have to be intuition, but I think for a lot of you, it could be. This person kind of recognizes that you have a skill here that maybe they don't understand, or they don't understand the depth of how deep it goes. And some of you are like professionally, I just heard all the pieces fall into place, getting caught up in the moment. Lipstick on my face. I don't know. That's So It Goes, the song by Taylor Swift. I just heard that. But you could be, I don't know, say if you're an accountant, and so you got a glimpse of something maybe mathematical or to do with their finances on their desk, and they don't know how much you're able to put together from that maybe a lay person or a regular person wouldn't be able to put together. Okay, so it doesn't have to be intuition, but I do think for some of you it is. There's some kind of ability that you have to see in the dark, maybe, or it could just be that you're intelligent. And you can you're very observant. So this person's like, they don't know how much you know, but they're realizing that everything that you did and everything that you said lines up perfectly with you knowing exactly what they did. And I think this has to do with a gathering or a celebration, a reunion, or an invitation. And that's where this blocking energy from you is coming through. Now, for some of you, I think this was like pre-invitation, or like when you got invited to something, you could have blocked it. Like you could have said no, or you could have not responded, or you could have even taken that time to block somebody's number or some people's numbers here, and they just like never heard from you. For some of you, you went to this party, you got your heart broken because you realized what this person was doing. And that's when you realized you needed to protect yourself. And that's when you decided you didn't want a relationship with this person because they are not who they were claiming to be. And then you blocked them. And this has to do with communication as well. So even if you had to communicate with this person for some reason, it's like you communicated what needed to be communicated, no more and no less. And this person, it was spotty communication from you is what I'm getting. If you could block this person outright, I think you did do that. But this spotty communication from you kind of reminds me of what I was saying at the beginning. So this person, I think for no reason, it's actually because they projected on you, because they were being sneaky. They were like, what are you hiding? Oh, well, it's really weird that you just switched up. What are you hiding? They didn't think I just did a bad thing. And now all of a sudden this person's switching up in their communication. I bet they know the bad thing that I did. They didn't, because this person was just so sure that it remained hidden, whatever this was. But now they are actually realizing this because there was a blockage. You blocked this person out in some way and you decided you didn't want a relationship with this person. And by the way, the universe upholds that decision. You've closed out a karmic cycle here with this person. This was a karmic crossroads that this person went through. And it was going to determine a lot here between the two of you. And this was a fair decision because this is the person, because I think this person was like, why are you not being fair to me? Why are you not being sparkly to me? They wanted that Libran dynamic back that they betrayed the moment that they had an opportunity to. So this person betrayed the Libran dynamic. You followed suit. They're the one that tossed that hot potato at you. You tossed it right back, or you just dropped it and walked away, actually. You're like, I don't want to throw the ball with you, okay? You don't play nice. I don't play with people on the playground that don't play nice, okay? And that's when you walked away. And this person blamed you for the breaking up of the Libran dynamic. In reality, this is the person that busted the Libran dynamic. The audacity of this person, because they just didn't think that you knew. And so now they're kind of putting that together. This person also saw evidence of some kind of sadness in you. I don't know that they put it in context. I don't think that they knew what it was that they were looking at, because everybody grieves differently. Everybody looks different when they're sad. But they did see some kind of snapshot of this. They could have seen you cry. They could have seen you not show up to parties. For some of you, this is a withdrawal energy. Like you just really withdrew your energy. They saw some kind of change in your behavior. They knew that you were sad. I also think that you had more going on in your life than whatever, like, this person did. This is a part of a spiritual attack from my perspective, because this person, and potentially there was more than one person involved here in betraying you. They're showing up as Gemini and they're showing up as Libra in your life. These are the people you rely on in a hard time. And so you had something going on in the background that was difficult for you to handle just in and of itself. And then the people that you should have been able to rely on and have conversations with and trust and maybe go to for advice or support were too busy betraying you in the moment. And it was a lot. You had like a lot of responsibility. And this person just sat back and watched. And I'm seeing the 10 of Wands card in one of my decks, where it's like my witchy deck, the everyday witch, where she's carrying the 10 wands like up a hill, and she just always looks to me like she's struggling so much. And I feel like this person saw this. They saw evidence of this, but because they were so defensive because of what they did, and who they are, they couldn't jump in to help you. And I think this person feels responsible for you being alone. And I'm hearing that Cake song. It's like, she is all alone in a time of need. And they are responsible, at the very least, because they have the badge. At the time that this karmic crossroads kicked in, this person had the title in some way in your mind, or this karmic energy would not have clicked in, of friend or potential relationship person. They had something like that. Because it's a different set of rules. It's a different standard of behavior. You're more than acquaintances at that point. You know what I'm saying? You know each other. You can talk with each other. You should be able to. And so I keep hearing that song, all the pieces fall right into place. I feel like this person's like piecing this together. And so you were very sad, and I feel like you had to walk away, even though there was a lot of love here. Because to you, there was no putting this back together after you found out what you did. Because you saw the strategy, you saw the secrecy. You can't be in a relationship with somebody that's intentionally hiding information from you. And they're not going to step forward, and they're not going to apologize. But I do think this person feels responsible for you being alone. And for some, they are, because they should have been there for you. Like karmically, I feel like that was part of this karmic crossroads. If they had been a friend to you, they could have actually been there for you. Some of you could have opened up and told this person about something, and they were like, they could have used that against you or whatever. But they really should have been there for you. This person, so this karmic crossroads, they accepted some kind of dirty offer, or they were involved in some kind of dirty offer, and it does involve giving money in some way. So it could have been, it doesn't have to be that like this person accepted money to betray you in some kind of way, but they could have been trying to offer you money, or there's something here to do with money. It could have even been that somebody was trying to, like the timing of like, oh, well, I owe this person money, and so I want to pay them back or something. I don't know. There's some kind of weird, dirty offer. Somebody here was trying to dress this up like a nice offer. And there's also an energy here of, I don't know if it's them or you. I definitely think it's you. I think this is the way that you feel about this person. But for some, this person's having some kind of an epiphany, because I think they're very angry and argumentative about somebody here from their past. Somebody here that they thought was a friend, but was actually in some devil energy. For some, this could have been an ex. For some, this was like an ex-friends with benefits kind of a situation. If this was an ex, this is somebody from their past that was obsessed with them, and they were lying to this person, and they were saying that they were okay with a breakup, and they were acting like they had moved on and that they were very stable. But really, this person was like stalking this person, and they were noticing that this person was like moving on from them. Maybe they knew this person was interested in you. It was something here about like the timing of it, of this person, whoever their person was from their past, making some kind of dirty offer to them that could have involved money. It could have been in any way like offering them money. Maybe they owed them money and they're like, I'll give you that money back. Or, you know, at this certain crossroads, and then it was like, oh, by the way, let's sleep together in front of your girlfriend. Like, you know, or something like that. Or it could have been that somebody got offered a job here. Whatever it was, that was the karmic crossroads moment. Because I feel like this person, like the person that betrayed you, was actually on path to doing right by you and being a good person. But then this was a karmic crossroads, and it's like, are you in some relationship in energy here? Can you be fair to another person, or are you incapable of that? And then this person did what they did. And so they're angry here. They could be angry at themselves for some, but honestly, I think for some of these people, they're not actually too in the energy of remorse. Some of them are, and some of them aren't. Okay, some of them are just afraid that they're gonna have to take responsibility for their actions. Some of them are afraid of being outed and seen clearly by this friend group, that they're two-faced, and maybe for some of you, this person ran some kind of, I mean, they were in some narcissistic energy. And so they could have ran some kind of smear campaign because you actually made some kind of fair decision here. It was very fair. You did exactly what you should have done here, to be self-respecting. And you should have protected yourself from this person. Lord knows this person's not going to do it. And this person's actually threatening you in your most sensitive place. You're most sensitive in this moon and Libra energy in trusting another person. And trusting them to do you right and to be fair by you and to consider you. There could be some wounding around that for you. And this person is the exact wrong kind of person for you because this person plays in your face. This is somebody that does the friendship dance when they're in front of you. But then the moment that it suits them, they betray you behind your back in the worst way. And then they don't ever take ownership of it. They live in a fantasy world, blame you for shit that's not your fault. I mean, this is just a mess. And so, but this person's actually realizing that you know something here. And at the very least, you know that you were betrayed in this situation, that people don't act like this. And yeah, I think you had to move away. And for some, you moved away from an entire friend group here. This really equated to you not being supported in a very delicate time when you needed support. This person directly should have supported you in a Libran relationship in some way. They could have, for some, this person was supposed to shine a light on two-faced people that were around you through some kind of Libran dynamic, because you have a very close relationship with this person. Like the two of you are closer than like anybody else here. So they should have been doing that. And instead, that's not what happened. Because it's like the two of you are Libran in my mind and everybody else here is showing up as Gemini. But this person also should have given you advice. Could have, would have, should have is what I'm hearing. So there's regrets here, but this person thought that they were winning, basically. They thought that this could have had to do with money. They could have just thought that they were winning. For some, this person betrayed you over money or something like that. Could have stolen money. Or, yeah. But this was some kind of it's somehow like for money. Or for, I think money was somehow involved. But they accepted a dirty offer, or they tried to offer you a dirty offer for some here as well. And they put you in your head and they isolated you and they made you sad and upset and it was all their grievance energy. So not only does this person kind of flick you in the face, but then they left you alone to deal in it. I mean, this is absolutely not what someone who is a good person does. It's not what a friend does. It's not somebody who cares about you does. And I think you see all that very clearly. So this is all kind of coming to a head for this person where they're realizing, wait a second. Actually, when I go back and I look at the way this person responded around that time frame, I'm actually realizing that this person did know, or they're very suspicious that you know. They don't know how much you know, but I just want to keep reiterating this to you that like you blocked something out here and you were sad. And this person saw evidence of this. They just didn't think that it was linked to them maybe. And I think it was, and I also think you had other shit going on. It was all too much. This was really too much. And I can see here this was a part of a coordinated spiritual attack. Like energetically, towards you, towards your heart. And some of you actually closed yourself off at the heart here, which prolonged a period of aloneness because I just felt like I wanted to weep because you couldn't open yourself up to trusting people after like this moment in time. So not only were you blocked off in the moment from receiving the support that you needed, but then this was an extended period of kind of marooning you is what I'm hearing. That song could be relevant to Maroon by Taylor Swift. So basically the gist of this, I don't know exactly like the scenario, like, because I think it's a lot of different things for a lot of different people, but the gist is that you made a decision here to protect yourself from somebody that you thought you were going to let this person close to you. I think that you had in a friendship capacity and maybe you were letting this person closer to you and then they just like betrayed you. And so you know that you made a decision here and you know why you made this decision. But this person is just now realizing, because this person was stuck in like a narcissistic fantasy where they were defending their ego. They were defending some kind of image of themselves as the good guy or the good girl. Somebody who didn't do anything wrong when this person absolutely did something wrong. If they're really honest with themselves, they always knew it was wrong. They just didn't think that they were going to get caught. They didn't think that you were ever going to find out, which for some is just really an assumption because clearly there are two-faced people in this friend group. That's why this person gets along with them so well. Anyways, I'm going to leave that there. If that resonates with you, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Bye, guys.